Myself, Ketan Patel from Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari, Electrical Engineering Department. Today we are discuss about the subject of disaster management, third year, fifth semester. Chapter number 2: Types, Trends, Causes, Consequences, and Control of Disasters. Okay, syllabus content. First, basic terminology. Second, causes of earthquake. Third, plate tectonic theory. And fourth one is effect of earthquake. Okay, first, basic terminology. First is focus, second is epicenter, earthquake, seismology, and seismograph. First is what is earthquake? Okay. Because this is all terms related to earthquake. So first, earthquake is momentary shaking of the ground or vibrations or oscillations of the ground caused by the slip or by volcanic or magnetic activity or other sudden stress change in the earth are called earthquake. Okay. So focus, the point within the earth where earthquake rupture starts is called focus, or also called hypocenter. It is the source of plastic waves inside the earth. Second is epicenter, the point on the earth surface vertically above the focus of the earthquake is called epicenter. Okay. Third, earthquake is already discussed. Seismology is a science related with study of earthquakes, and the structure of the earth is known as seismology. It includes the study of seismic waves, origin, intensity of the earthquake, forecasting earthquake, etc. Scientists are study about the different types of seismic waves, origin, intensity of earthquake, and forecasting earthquake by using the seismograph. Fourth definition is seismograph. A seismograph is an instrument used to measure the vibration of the earth. It records earthquake ground motion in a particular direction as a function of time. Okay, so these are the basic definitions related to earthquakes: focus, epicenter, earthquake, seismology, and seismograph. In Gujarat, there are many areas earthquake occur. An earthquake measuring nowadays the earthquake measuring 4.6 on the Richter scale hit 83 km northwest of Rajkot. Okay, Gujarat. As per the National Center for Seismography (NCS), the quake hit at 12:57 p.m. today. Besides the earthquake of 4.6 magnitude, an aftershock of 3.7 magnitude was felt. Okay. Several parts of Gujarat, including Ahmedabad, felt tremors on evening, according to National Center for Seismology website. The earthquake was of 5.5 magnitude and the epicenter was 118 km northwest of Rajkot in Gujarat. Okay. The time of the quake was 8:13 p.m. The earthquake was caused by the movement on the thrust fault, resulting from the tectonic pushing of India into Asia. The Gujarat quake is somewhat unusual in that it occurred over 400 km to southeast of the tectonic boundary separating Asia and India. Most occurred to the north. We also discuss about the tectonic theory in third syllabus content. Okay, plate tectonic theory. In India, there are 5 major earthquakes. First is 2001. Now, Gujarat earthquake. On January 26, 2001, an earthquake measuring 7.7 on the Richter scale hit the state of the Gujarat, killing over 20,000 people. In 1934, Bihar earthquake. In 1934, Bihar earthquake. 1993, Maharashtra earthquake. 1950, Assam earthquake. And 1991, Uttarkasi earthquake. Okay. In interplate earthquake reached 7.7 on the moment magnitude scale and had a maximum felt intensity of extreme on the Mercalli intensity scale. The earthquake killed between 30,805 and 20,023 people, including 18 in southern Pakistan, injured another 1,67,000 and destroyed nearly 3,40,000 buildings. In Richter scale, there are 10.0 earthquake possible or not? Okay. No. Earthquakes of magnitude 10 or longer or larger cannot happen. The magnitude of an earthquake is related to the length of the fault on which it occurs. No fault long enough to generate a magnitude 10 earthquake is known as the exist, and if it did, it would extend around most of the planet. Okay. Now, causes of earthquake and plate tectonic theory. In causes of earthquake, there are 2 seismic sources. First is natural sources and second one is man-made sources. In natural sources, tectonic earthquakes, volcanic earthquakes, plutonic earthquake, landslides and collapse of cavity. In man-made sources, control sources. In control sources, the chemical explosive and nuclear explosives. Now, recently Beirut near to Syria and Iraq, Iran. Okay, the major bomb blast in that area. Okay. Second one is reservoir induced earthquake. Third one is mining induced earthquake. Fourth one is cultural noise like industries, traffic, noise, etc. Okay. In tectonic earthquake, the sudden releases of strain energy by rupture of the rock at plate boundary fault plane is the primary cause of the seismic activity around the world. About 90% of all earthquakes result from tectonic events. Okay. In next theory, plate tectonics, we discuss about the different types of plate in all over the world. Second is volcanic earthquake. Volcanic earthquake, shallow volcanic earthquakes may result from sudden shifting or movement of magma. Okay. Third one is plutonic earthquakes. These are caused by deep-seated changes. Okay. And in landslides, massive landslides associated with the volcanic activity produce significant ground motion. Okay. And these are the man-made sources, different types of man-made sources. Chemical explosive, nuclear explosive, reservoir induced earthquake, mining induced earthquake, cultural noise. Okay, next. These are the plate tectonic theory. First figure is major tectonic plates, and second figure is different layer, okay, in the earth. Here, these are the oceans. Okay, these are numbers of plate, like is plate 1, okay, plate 2 and plate 3. Okay, This is oceans. Here is a low velocity layer. Okay. These are the convection currents. Okay. Here motions core. Okay. From this area to this area 2018 800 kilometer. Okay. This is a magma. Okay. Yellow color is a magma. Okay. This is a low velocity layer. Okay. Okay, this is a Nift volcano. Okay, here it is a volcano. Ocean ridge diverging margin. Okay, this is a transform fault. Okay, this is a hotspot volcano. Okay, here this is a hotspot volcano. Okay. Ocean trench converging margin. This is a subduction volcano. Okay. And these are the different type of plate in all over the world. The plate tectonic theory, the convective current. Okay. Here is a convection current. Okay, convection current, and this all margin is converging margin. Okay, the convective current flow of the metal material cause the crust and some portion of the mantle to slide on the hot molten outer core. This sliding of the earth mass take place in the portions called tectonic plate. Okay. The surface of the earth consists of 12 major tectonic plates, 20 smaller tectonic plates, and many filter plates. The major tectonic plates are the Indo-Asian plate. Okay, here is a Indo-Australian plate. Okay, Indo-Australian plate. These are the Eurasian plate. Okay. So the major tectonic plates are the Indo-Australian plates, the Eurasian plate. This is an African plate, the North American plate, the South American plate, the Pacific plate. Both sides. This is only one, but both sides Pacific plate, and the Antarctica plate, etc. These plates move in different directions and at different speeds relative to the neighboring plates at the rate of 5 to 10 centimeter per year. Okay, on the plastic mantle. This movement is called plate tectonics. Okay. Sometimes the plate in the front is lower than the plate behind it comes, and corals and mountains are formed. On the other hand, sometimes two plates. Okay. So here this is India. Okay, and this is Asia. Okay. Sometimes the plate in the front of is lower than the plant behind it comes, and corals and mountains are formed. On the other hand, sometimes two plates move away from one another and rifts are formed. Sometimes two plates move side by side along this some direction or in opposite direction. These three types interplate interactions are called the convergent, divergent, and transform boundaries. The Himalaya, okay, in India. Where is India? Okay, this is India. The Himalaya is an example of convergent boundary. Earthquakes epicenters are not evenly distributed over the surface of the earth, but occur predominantly in well-defined narrow seismic zones that are often associated with volcanic activity. Okay, these narrow zones are: first is the Pacific Ring of Fire. Second is the Alpine Himalayan Belt. Okay, and third one is the World Circulating Oceans regions. These seismic zones subdivided in the lithosphere literally into 12 major tectonic plates. Okay. Third, this is a effect of earthquake. Earthquakes are major hazards and can cause catastrophic damage. Their effects can be classified into two categories. First one is primary effects, and second is secondary effects. Now, what is primary effect? Primary effect is a effects related with origin of earthquake are known as primary effects. Primary effects are directly connected with the geology and topology. Now, what is secondary effect? Secondary effects are caused due to passage of seismic waves and are associated with ground sucking. Okay. Now, this is an example of primary effects. Okay. Change in topology. Okay. Or topography, formation of new hills, okay, formation of new water course, okay, change in directions of existing water sources, wrapping of strata, okay, formation of sand dike, okay, formation of a huge crack inland, change in underground water level, etc. Okay. In secondary effects, destruction of human lives, destruction of multi-storied buildings, okay, destruction in dam and bridges, landslides and mudslides, uprooting of trees, psychological effect on human beings, worst effect on communication system, damage to road and railway lines, okay, destruction of telephone or TV tower, huge waves in the sea like a tsunami, fire by damaging gas lines and snapping electric wires, okay, rupture of dams and leaves causing floods, etc. Okay, so earthquake is a primary effect and secondary effect is very important. Now, distinguish between magnitude and intensity of earthquake. Okay, here is a main difference between magnitude and intensity. Okay. In first slide, we discuss about the different types of definitions. Okay. First is focus. Okay, so here this is a focus. What is focus? The point within the earth where earthquake rupture starts is called focus or hypocenter. Okay, it is a source of elastic waves inside the earth. Okay, so this is a focus, and this is an epicenter. Epicenter means the point on the earth's surface vertically above the focus of the earthquake is called the epicenter. Okay, and this is a fault. Okay, and this is the circle is known as magnitude. Okay, what is magnitude? Measures the energy released at the source of the earthquake. Okay, earthquake that are the small in magnitude and from urban area were barely felt but are recorded in seismograph. Now, what is seismograph? Seismograph is a science related with study of earthquake and the structure of the earth is known as seismology. It includes the study of seismic waves, origin, intensity of earthquake and forecasting earthquake. Okay, and by using the seismograph instrument. And intensity is a measure the sucking in certain locations, like a earthquake that are shallow and near urban area can be greatly felt even if they are big. Okay. Now, first difference, magnitude. Magnitude of an earthquake is a measure of amount of energy released during an earthquake, while intensity of earthquake is a measure of the actual ground shaking at a location during an earthquake. Second difference is, in magnitude, it is the quantitative measure of the actual size of the earthquake. In intensity, it is the qualitative measure of the size of the earthquake. Third one is, for a particular earthquake, magnitude is same for all the places, while in intensity, for a particular earthquake, intensity of earthquake decreases with distance from the epicenter. Okay. Fourth one is, it is a more precise measure of earthquake. In intensity, it is a less precise than magnitude. Okay. Next, Earthquake magnitudes are based on direct measurement of the amplitude of seismic waves made with seismograph. In intensity, it is a somewhat subjective measure based on three features of shaking perception by people and animal, performance of buildings, and change to natural surroundings. And last is magnitude scales are first is local magnitude scale, surface wave magnitude, body wave magnitude, moment magnitude, duration magnitude. In intensity scales are modified numerical intensity MMI scales and MSK scale. Okay, so there are number of different distinguish between the magnitude and intensity of earthquake. Okay, so in second chapter, okay, types, trends, causes, consequences, and control of disaster. Okay, the first disasters are like a earthquake. We discussed about the different types of disasters discussed about in chapter number 2. Okay, thank you.